Hi, this is Leif with Enduro Campers, and we're back with another walkthrough video of our latest SuperTourer frame-mounted camper build. Really excited to share a lot of the new updates, new features that are included in this camper. And so some of the highlights on this camper, air conditioning, 600 watts of solar on the roof, Starlink, we have 600 amp hours of lithium batteries with a full Victron battery management system, as well as a 3000 watt inverter. We got hot water, outdoor shower, amongst other options. And so we're gonna start on the inside in this tour, and then we'll come back to the outside and talk about the exterior features and some of the modifications that have been done to the truck as well. So with the SuperTourer camper, our concept and philosophy around this design and layout is to provide a really comfortable, nice living space that has enough room for all of the systems I just mentioned we'll see in this video, along with ample storage for all your toys and camping gear that you're going to be bringing with you, while being in a compact enough package to take on tight trails, take it off-road, while also having great on-road driving dynamics and a comfortable, familiar driving experience, and with less wear and tear on the vehicle due to the lighter weight. And all of that in an insulated shell for 4-season camping. All right, so we'll just start by opening up the roof. So pretty easy with the powered lifting roof system. 4 actuators, momentary switch, you just have to hold down for safety purposes. But it makes it really easy and convenient. Just lift the roof up, jump in, no problem. And you're ready to go. And so with the camper being frame mounted, no flatbed required. So one of the things we have integrated slide out steps. So they lock firmly into place, and then you slide it out, and then it's ready to go. You don't have to pull a ladder out or anything like that. So really easy to get in. We have double handles on the inside as well as one on the outside. Okay, so on the inside of the camper, so we have a nice big open space, but still a lot of storage. And that's one of the things that a lot of people say when they see one in person after watching the videos, is how open it feels in here and how much space there is inside of here. You know, if I move side to side, you know, there's quite a bit of open feeling space in here that's comfortable. It's nice to hang out in when the weather turns bad, because primarily with our customers are going to be outside most of the time, but this is that escape pod for when the weather turns bad. Okay, so on the galley side of the camper, we have the bamboo countertops, the induction cooktop. This one has a dual induction. And then we have the isotherm drawer fridge here. So it pulls out like this, so you get good access from both sides, and is also accessible from the door. So you can stand on the steps, reach in, grab a beverage out of there right from outside without fully getting in the camper, which is nice. And then over here, so we have drawers, number of drawers in here, cutlery, that sort of thing. Nice soft closed drawers, positive locking latches, so these aren't going to come out when you're off-road. Over here, so we have another cabinet over here too, lots more storage. So we tuck the drain up and out of the way with the marine drain, so you're maximizing storage at all points in the camper. And then another cubby over here too, lots of storage. And then the stainless steel sink with the pull-out faucet here too. So of course, hot water coming from the hot water heater. So on this side of the galley, we have the control center. So we have the Victron chrono battery monitoring system. So systems monitoring, so you can monitor each of your individual, you know, your engine charging, your solar, your induction, or your inverter. And then on this side here too, we have the hot water heater controller. So you turn the hot water heater on through the switch pros, which we'll get to in a second. And then you can see the temperature of the water here and adjust the temperature here as well. And then the inverter controller down here for the Victron 3000 watt inverter. And then USB-C here, and then your 120 volt outlet for your cooking 120 volt appliances. And then down here, so there's a water tank gauge right here. So that's located there so you can see it from the outside while you're filling the tank. And then the actuator switch. And then the switch pros, which is the solid state switching system. So this has a Bluetooth app, so you can control the functions through your Bluetooth, which is nice. You can control it from the cab of the truck as well too. And so we have exterior lights, overhead lights, all dimmable. So you have several different dimming settings. And then water pump, hot water heater. There's also a gray water tank on this camper. So you have a 5-gallon gray water tank that's underneath the camper, and it has an electric ball valve on it. So you can choose to have it flowing to the ground, or you can close it up and use the gray water tank as well too. And so that's controlled through the Switch Pros. You also have on-off for the Starlink and the WeBoost as well too. So there's a WeBoost controller on the roof of the camper. The WeBoost is the cellular signal booster. And then you have your toilet fan and then your fridge on-off switch as well too, all controlled through the Switch Pros. And then down below we have our open cubby storage, which we really like. It's really convenient in outside access, just to throw your camping supplies or headlamp, you know, cold beverage, that sort of a thing, without having to get in and set it on the countertop. And so down below is another one, which we can also put a door on this one as well too. So this one at the bottom opens down, great place for pots and pans, heavier items down there. Okay, so on this side, which we call our wardrobe area, we have the two sliding doors here. So these doors slide open, and so you have great open storage for duffel, you know, clothing, but we'll get to the underbed storage over here in a second. But additional storage there, sliding doors that close. So this is rich light. And then here we have the SidioCrates with the dividers on the inside. So these act like drawers, so they just barely clear right there. So these do not come out when you're driving off-road. So we have your camping gear in here, food. So we have a couple of the items from the customer in here already. So those slide in really nice. And then additional storage on this side as well too, sort of his and hers wardrobe area. And then above it, so one of the newest features is the underbed storage. So this lifts up on gas struts, pull up on the little tabs, and you have a massive amount of storage space up top up here. So packing cubes fit perfectly in here. You can put a ton of clothes in here. This is really kind of a must-have when you're full timing in it, like these customers will be. So comes back down, nice and easy. Mattress, really a lot of storage. And so also up here, so you have the S-Bar gasoline heater controller over here. We put it over here so it's accessible from the bed, so you can control that while you're in bed up there. And then over here we have USB-C and a 12-volt power port right here too. It's good to always have one of these cigarette-style power ports in the camper, but specifically located there for use a heated blanket, both in the bed or maybe down here. Heated blankets are a nice way to go. And then this is the Rouvy temperature sensor. So that's going to be your inside temperature. There's also one in the fridge, and there's also one below the camper, and those all show up on the Victron monitoring system over there. Going up top, there's also all the way along each side, there's opening cubbies, so you have additional storage in there too. And so on both sides, you have them running all the way down the sides there. And then up front, there's USB ports on both sides of the bed up there too. And then you have your reading lights up there that are switched at the light itself. And then of course the windows wrapping around at the top. And one of the things that you'll notice is the height of the camper is sized so that you can sit up here. Let me get up here so I can sit. I'm 6 feet tall and I sit and I don't hit the top up here. And so that's a big advantage of pop-top cameras in general, but especially when it's sized exactly for this. So you're not crouching down, you're not rolling out of a tight bed that you have in a hard-sided camper. So that's a big benefit of the pop-tops in general, but ours specifically due to the height of the roof. The other, going further with that too, is that this really allows this space to be part of your living area. So this is a great place to lounge, to hang out, enjoy the view out the windows, and really just kind of expanding the living space beyond just what's down below. You can hang out up here, again, relax, lounge, read a book, and enjoy the view in the comfort of the bed. Okay, so on the roof of the camper, we have a Nomadic Innovations 12-volt air conditioner. So these are really efficient. They draw about 35 amps at full tilt, and they do a really good job of cooling down the camper, especially with the insulated tent, the insulated walls. You can really stay cool in here with the air conditioner. Really nice option, especially full timing, and a good option for pets too. You can keep your pet in here, turn the air conditioner on while you're out for a hike. Also on the ceiling, we have L-track running across the sides here. So you can see a couple hooks going here. So you can add accessories, and this allows you to, you could hang jackets, clothes, but also potentially luggage, or you can hang like a storage organizer right here as well too. So that's a cool option. There's actually L-track along the back as well. And so up on the roof, we also have a max air fan located directly above the cooktop for cooking ventilation right there too. And then for the windows, so we have 3-layer windows. So you have the blackout, privacy, insulated layer. So this is insulated along with the rest of the tent. And then, so this one folds down, unzips. Each of these layers can be individually strapped with the loop, but there's also a technique where you just roll them up and tuck them behind the zipper, which is really convenient. And then you have your waterproof clear window layer. Zip this one down, and then you have your insect screen here too. And then it also zips completely open to give you a great uninterrupted view of the outside. So really, really nice to have this just as an option to be able to just not looking through the bug screen. It also helps you put away the awning, which is really nice too. You have access to the awning here. And then, of course, these all roll up really easily, tie away, but you can also tuck them in, as I mentioned too, which is really easy. Okay, so then we have the bamboo top swivel table. So this has a bunch of different positions you can sit in. So you can sit here, use it as extra countertop space, swivels over, you can sit over here, swivels around on this side. And then there's also another mount over this side so you can move it over here. So this is actually the Easy Reach table system. So we've moved away from the Lagoon. The biggest reason they're easier to move side to side, has a nice swivel action with these, and these will lock in nicely underneath here. So this locks in so it doesn't move around when you're driving. And so just kind of moving this out of the way. Underneath this bench here, we have the toilet. And so how you access this, you move this out of the way, and then this flips up and locks in with a magnet. That gives us enough clearance to open up the Trolino toilet. So this is the separating toilet. So it separates liquids and solids, which we further customize with our own ventilation system on this. So we add ventilation and a fan to it that circulates air from outside. And so it's sealed off from the inside of the camper. So you get no smell from this whatsoever. So a couple more tips and tricks on this that we'll share in another video that focuses on these. But the Trolino toilet in here, also removable too. So it has a connector on there, and you can remove this and take it outside if you want to. Put it in your shower awning. If you're camped somewhere for a little bit longer, you want to move it outside, you can do that as well too, which is nice. And then down here, so the Duetto 12-volt hot water heater, also 120 volt optional too. You can plug that into 120 volt and power it that way. But yeah, really efficient hot water heater. Yeah, that's the back of the outdoor shower down there as well too. And then there's a little storage space over here for your toilet accessories. So you have the shavings that you use, and some of your other, toilet paper and some of the other accessories that you'd use with the toilet. Down in this area, we have the electrical system. And so 3000 watt Victron inverter, dual 50 amp Victron DC-DC chargers for 100 amps of engine charging. The Victron solar charger, and then you have your Starlink area right here. So you have the router and the relocation of the brains of the Starlink over here. And then the WeBoost signal boosters in here as well. You have the Switch Pros, you have your fuse block, all nice and tidy in here, all done to ABYC specifications, all really well wired, all high quality components. We take a lot of pride and care in our wiring, and we stand behind it. Okay, for the other part of the electrical systems, we have the batteries and some of the other battery related items. So we have 3 200 amp hour Deep Cycle Systems batteries in here. Awesome batteries with Bluetooth connectivity, so you can check the batteries individually, their state of charge, cutoff switch. We have the shunt and the low voltage cutoff in here as well too. And then next to that, we have the 28 gallon water tank, and then feeds over to the water system, which we'll get to in a second. So you have an access port on the top, so you can direct fill this, as well as for cleaning purposes, if you did need to clean inside there. So then on this side of the water tank, we have the water pump and filtration system, as well as additional storage underneath the bench, which is also accessible from the exterior. So this has the Guzzle H2O with the UV water filter. You have your open storage, water pump, the accumulator tank, and then your valving along with a winterizing port there as well too. All right, so on the outside of the camper, I guess starting with the fundamentals, so foam core composite FRP sandwich panels. So, insulated for your cold weather camping, but also in the heat works well too. You have the T-slot extrusion on the top, so you can add mounts. You can mount additional accessories. So we have the awning mounted to that. And then everything you see that's covered in the Raptor liner, this is all carbon fiber. So we edge and join all the panels with epoxy, and then laminate carbon fiber over top of it, and then coat that in Raptor liner for durability. And that provides a full seal of the camper, so you don't have any extrusions that could separate or start leaking. And it makes it really kind of a one-piece monocoque type design. So you have the carbon fiber coming all the way around the front. And then one of our signature design features is our pass-through garage. So this goes all the way through the camper. So this is perfect for all your long gear, surfboards, fishing poles, rifles, that sort of a thing. And a lot of just your general camping supplies as well too. So your chairs, and the customer has, a few camping supplies already in here because they have taken it out for a night or two. And then on the doors, we have constant tension hinges, constant torque hinges that hold the door in position wherever you stop it, so the wind doesn't blow it closed. Has a nice little feature there. We have the actuators tucked away on the inside here too. So we have L-track, 3 layers of L-track on both sides, so you can tie all your gear down in here and organize it. And then I guess one other thing, so motion sensing lights on the inside right here too that turn on automatically when you open the door and turn off once you close it. And so down here, so Avatar Off-Road makes us these fantastic storage boxes down below. Great for, so leveling blocks, that sort of a thing. Recovery gear, air compressors, some of your dirty gear can get stored down in here. So really nice pieces for Avatar that are custom built for us. And then moving over here, so the Aqua Quick Connect faucet. So this is your outdoor faucet, also filtered water here. Really easy to connect. You can connect a hose to it or a shower head, that sort of a thing. And then above that, this is your water fill here. So this is how you fill your water tank. So 28-gallon water tank. And then USB and USB-C on the outside as well too. And then I forgot to mention there's a 120-volt outlet right here inside the garage as well too. And then the Arctic Tern cargo door. So this gives you access to the storage area that's underneath the bench right here. And so inside here, there's the Guzzle H2O UV water filter. So UV water purification and carbon filtration there too. So a nice little storage area that's outside access right here with the Arctic Tern cargo door. And then of course another Arctic Tern dual pane window above that, which we PPF all of the windows to keep them from scratching. And then the outside lights, so there's 2 outside LED yellow amber lights out here that are controlled through the switch pros. And then the awning, this is a 270-degree awning. This one's from Rain Outdoors. The customer selected that one. Normally we do the Darchi and the dirt box awnings. We really like the dirt box awnings as well too. And then above that is the insulated tent as well too. So the 3-layer windows, which we covered on the inside. And then, yeah, the gull-wing door. So the vertical opening door, which, is partly that's because of the taper in the walls. So the taper in the walls gives you a nice fit over the truck, a little more aerodynamic, but really, really helpful for trail clearance on tight trails like we are out here in our local OHV park. And so with the gull-wing door, it's nice because it's out of the way. So as I'm standing here walking around, you don't have a door in the way. Wind's not going to blow it closed. So it's a really nice feature. And then we have in this one, we have the window in the door as well too, which is nice. And then grab handle here. And then also with the deadbolt, there's also a deadbolt in the door so you can lock it from the inside with a deadbolt. And then, so we looked at the stairs already. And I think that about covers it on this side. All right, so on the back of the camper, so another rear window on the back. You have your third brake light and DOT lights up there. Another exterior area light, also controlled through the switch pros up here. And then L-track going across the back. We also offer the Molly panels, which you've seen on some of our other campers. So we do optional L-track or Molly panels as well, so it's your choice. And then you can see the linear actuators for the powered roof lift back here too. So these are the highest quality linear actuators available on the market. Extremely reliable, never had a problem with them. Obviously waterproof for the outside with our own custom brackets on here. And then, yeah, MaxTrax mounts underneath the rear overhang, which is a perfect spot for them. And then down below, we fabricated this bumper custom for this customer. And so all aluminum bumper, Baja Designs reverse lights, integrated the parking sensors into it, as well as the trailer connection down there, and access to your spare tire. Below that, there's the Carly trophy hitch, which allows the full-size 37-inch spare to fit up underneath the camper. So that was installed by CJC Off-Road along with the rest of the suspension, which we'll cover. And also down here is the factory backup camera that shows up in your dash when you put it in reverse. So that's placed just down below there. Works just like factory. And then I forgot to mention up top is the rear view mirror camera. So this will be your rear view mirror replacement camera. So it's a screen that replaces your rear view mirror, because obviously your rear view mirror is not going to work through the back of the camper. So that works fantastic. Also works as a dash cam, records if there's a crash. There's a front camera on it as well too. So that's a nice add-on. Rear window on the tent as well too. Nice big window there. So then your tail lights, turn signal, brake lights down here as well too. All right, so on the driver's side of the camper, we have an outdoor shower over here. So you have the shower awning, and you have the quick connect outdoor shower that's right here. So it has the mixing valve built into the handle, slides right in there, and you're all set up for a shower. So you open up the shower awning. And then down below, you have the gasoline powered heater, S-bar heater exhaust right down here with a nice through hole fitting there. And then another window on this side. And then over here, so we have some power ports here. So the shore power connection to charge the batteries, but also will power the 120 volt appliances on the inside. And then we have a Starlink connection here. So the Starlink on the roof is the original Starlink. So it has a separate modem on the inside. And so with this, you can plug in an RJ45 cable here. So if you wanted to take the Starlink off the roof, it's just held on by really strong magnets. Bring it out here if you're in an area where the satellite is blocked, you can bring it outside and plug that in here and maintain your connection to your router on the inside of the camper. And then another solar connection here. So this will be for your portable solar that you can plug in if the roof is in the shade, or you just want to add extra solar capacity to the camper. And then integrated fuel filler here as well too. So factory fuel filler integrated into the camper in a fully sealed box on the inside. Works just like factory. And then you have the other side of the pass-through over here, and another of the Avatar off-road storage boxes here too. Okay, so a little bit more about the truck itself and some of the modifications. So this F-250 has the Carly pin top suspension installed by CJC Off-Road down in Long Beach. It is the best suspension system you can get for the Super Duty platform. It drives incredibly on and off-road, as we just took it through some trails here, drove some windy roads on the way here. It handles incredibly well. Tuned for the weight of the camper with the custom shocks, the de-relief pack in the rear, king shocks in the front. It is a very nice truck to drive. And then on the front, we have the ADD bumper with the Baja Designs lights. So 4 XL80s and the S8 light bars on the side, as well as a come up winch as well too. So the 12,500 pound winch on the front. So we installed all of this, wired the lights up to the upfitter switches in the cab. So really easy to just flip them on and off right inside the cab. So really clean lick on this, really happy how this came out. And then we installed the DOT lights, kind of Raptor style, on the grill right here, which gives a nice accent. And then tires and wheels. So this is on the 37-inch Toyo Open Country RT trails, as well as the Nomad 17-inch wheels, which gives it a really nice look and presence as well too. All right, that wraps up our walkthrough video of the SuperTourer camper. If you want any more information, check out our website at endurocampers.com, Instagram at endurocampers, and follow along in this YouTube channel for more videos. We're going to be doing a series where we're going to be breaking down some of the individual components and some more details and some more discussions about campers in general. So give us a follow, and we'll see you next time.